holistic business coach, Gina Johnson here, and I want to talk about 5 ways to get unstuck in your business. We have all been there. We've been stuck with our exercise routine, our dinner routine, what we cook, where we go, our vacations. We get stuck, and just like everything else, we get stuck in our business, and that happens. So I want to talk about the 5 ways to get unstuck. The first one, it seems so simple and so obvious. Why are you stuck in the first place? So identifying why you're stuck, gaining some clarity and understanding what's happening. A great way to work on that is to do some journaling. If you are into meditation and you have a regular practice, maybe sometimes your meditation is taking a walk or taking a run. When you come back and you relax, grab a journal and write that down as a prompt. Why am I stuck in my business? What's happening, right? How can I move forward? Ask that question and do some journaling and see what you get for an answer. Typically, it's fear of launching something, fear of failure, fear of your business failing, fear of what people are going to think. That's a big one. It's a number one reason why people are not live and visible on social media, whereas they have so much to say and they could be teaching and educating and adding their value, but they have this fear of what are people going to think about them and judge them. You need to put that aside. They're not paying your bills. They're not running your business. You are. So lean into who you are as a business owner and promote your business and let people know who you are, what you do, and what your expertise is. You need to share that with people and be visible. Number 2, figure out your priorities. So most of us set goals, or we evaluate our goals at the end of the year. The beginning of the year, we set the goals and we have these great plans. But here we are, we just finished first quarter, going into second quarter, and it's time to evaluate and assess. What were your goals at the beginning of the year? Are you on track? Do you need to shift them? Sometimes they need to be shifted based on what your client needs are and what's in demand. And so what are your priorities? Was it to write a book and now you're so busy in your business that you're feeling bad about not getting to that book? Push that project off to third quarter or fourth quarter when you're slower. Shift those priorities. Figure out what the priorities are. I like to say this to my clients sometimes when they say, they're getting panicked and they don't have the income coming in. I say, okay, well, let's stop right now. What are 3 make the cash register ring? What are 3 activities you can do, or 5 activities you can do right now today to make the cash register ring? And so we have to shift our priorities based on what's going on in our business. Number 3, is to declutter. Not only decluttering the obvious, which is your desk in your office, but decluttering your business. What does that mean? Well, that means, are there apps that you no longer need that in the back of your head you're still paying for, or monthly services? When you open your laptop, is it busy? Do you need to organize your folders or your email list? I am definitely guilty of having way too many emails in my inbox. Bothers other people more than it bothers me, actually. But periodically, especially when I'm traveling, I will sit down and unsubscribe to things and declutter my email. So make that a priority to kind of set yourself up. So when you sit at your desk, you're not overwhelmed. When you open your laptop, you're not overwhelmed, and you know where things are and you're kind of organized, maybe cleaning up your Trello cards or whatever. And then number 4 is making time for your business. So if you are stuck, that means you are sitting in pond water, right? When we're stuck, we don't move. We're in quicksand. So part of going through all of these steps, figuring out why you're stuck, prioritizing, decluttering your business, and then making plans for your business. Understand when you are most productive. What time are you productive? For me, it's in the morning after meditation, after I've had my coffee. That's when I write my copy. That's when I can accomplish things. So rather than just jump in 150%, if you're stuck and you're just getting things moving again in your business, try starting with a power hour, whatever the time of day that works for you. I know I have a client and she's a night owl and she works at night, and forget it. By 7 o'clock, I'm fried and I'm on downtime and I don't want to take calls. I don't want to look at anything business related. So for me, it's the morning. Understand what that time of day is. Set that 1 hour. Shut off your phone. Shut off anything that's going to be coming in. Do not look at email. And then you have your list. If you have the planner, this is a great way to write things down and check them off. And then just for 1 hour, just move the needle in your business, setting up that power hour. And then the fifth way to become unstuck in your business is ask for help. We cannot do all of the things all of the time. We can't be there for everyone. Think about what only you can do in your business, and then everything else, try to prioritize and get help. Perhaps you have been, when you look at your goals and your priorities, perhaps on your list was hiring a virtual assistant or hiring someone to do your social media. In order to make that happen, there are things that have to be set up for that to happen. You can't just, oh, I'm going to hire a social media person, and yet your brand isn't up to date and you don't know what your message is and you're not sure in your avatar, and the social media person is going to be like, okay, well, what do you want me to post? Like, you have to be in a place that you're ready to hand it over, to bring in the help. So asking for help, it's not just, hey, let me go get the help. You want to set yourself up so when you do get the help, you're ready and you know what you want. Just like having your SEO done or your website updated. Okay, great. You're going to update your website. You've been stuck. You can't do it yourself. You say, I'm going to hire somebody. And maybe you post on social media, you get some recommendations and you have somebody and they say, okay, what would you like done? And you go, oh, okay, I know that this 1, 2, 3 I want done on my website. And they're like, okay, what else? And you're like, oh, I'm not sure. Like, what do you think? Like, you have to be ready to get the help. And then with that is my segue into my 5-day challenge, which is coming up on April 17th. It's the second time I'm doing it. It was very successful last year, and it's called Catapult Your Business to Success. And this is for anyone who is just launching a business or in their first couple of years of business, and it's time to restructure, refocus, reprioritize, because I can tell you all of these things shift and change. And along with that, asking for help, it may be time to hire a coach. It may be time to start having a conversation. I'm always willing to hop on a discovery call and learn about your business and see if I can support you in any way. Because again, we cannot do all of the things, which is why I put this challenge together to kind of get people excited, to shine a light on their business. And I strategically did this in second quarter so we can still make some changes and have a successful year. So on day one, so let me backtrack here. So April 17th, it's a 5-day challenge with a bonus day. It's going to happen every day here in Fire Up Your Business. And it'll happen at 10 a.m. It'll be a Zoom and a Zoom live that I'll be sharing out. So you can catch the replay if you missed a day. I would like you to register so you can get the workbook to follow along, because it's not just going to be a training. You're actually going to do work on your business. Day one, we're going to talk about mind shifting into entrepreneurship. Perhaps you have launched that business, but yet there's something in your mindset and maybe you're stuck and you're still coming into it with the mentality of working, for someone else. And there's a mindset shift there. Day two, we're going to talk about your ideal client avatar. We talk about this all the time. You're selling to everyone, you're selling to no one. And I recommend you do an ideal client for each product or service that you offer, and a new one every year. If you're always offering the same thing, you want to update that as it shifts. And the key to that is it's ideal, who you really love working with and who you resonate with the most. So there'll be a workbook on that, and we'll do that together. Day three, your identity and your branding. So we have to identify who we are, which is part of my course, Discovering Your Secret Sauce. That's what that all is about, is who are you as a person, and your business And then we can create your brand around your identity and your business's identity. And I will share my favorite branding book and give you some exercises around that. And day 4, we are going to design your dream business. So whether you're launching or you already have a business, we need a healthy foundation. And sometimes people just jump in and they say, hey, I'll figure it out, right? There's all of those quotes, leap and the net will appear and all that other stuff. Fake it till you make it. Well, it doesn't always work. And usually what happens is 6 months, a year, 2 years in, when you don't have a solid plan and a foundation for your business, then things start to crumble. And so this day, we're really going to be building a healthy foundation for your business in designing that dream business. Day 5 is the nasty word, the dirty word. Nobody wants to talk about sales, right? If you are an entrepreneur and a business owner, you are a salesperson, whether you like it or not. We have to sell. You're selling yourself. That's how your business depends on it. And so we're going to talk about selling, getting comfortable about selling, sales conversations, and I'll give you some scripts and we'll do some training around sales and having great sales conversations and closing the deals, of course. And then day 6, which will be Saturday, is going to be a bonus day where you can bring all of your questions from the week. And I'll do some hot seat coaching and answering any of the questions, kind of wrapping things up. So again, if you have not registered for that yet, it's going to be Monday, April 17th at 10 a.m. I will post the link to sign up so you can get the workbook, Catapult Your Business to Success. Have a fantastic day, everyone. And as always, if you are interested in hopping on a complimentary discovery call, just raise your hand and say, hey, let's have a conversation. I'm always open to hear about your business and offer any solutions or suggestions that I can. Maybe it's not necessarily you're ready to work with a coach, but maybe you need some recommendations on what your next step is. I'm happy to support you. Have a great day, everybody.